The three different homes that we're showing you today all have something very unique and very different to offer, but they all have one thing in common. They're all one-stories. These are on some massive lots. In fact, this one right here and the one we're gonna show you here in just a second are both on 80-foot lots, which are gonna be the largest lots that are offered in master plan communities here in the Houston area. And then we've got one that's even more affordable on a 60-foot lot that we're gonna check out. But what I really loved is just how unique and different these homes are. We are in one of the best master plan communities in all of Houston. In fact, we are right here in Magnolia, Texas, which is exploding with growth. There is so much new development taking place right here that I would probably say it's one of the hottest areas in all of Houston at the moment. And the neighborhood that we're checking out today is truly one of a kind. And this community is definitely the best master plan community that's currently under construction here in Magnolia. You're located right off of Highway 249, which is a brand new toll road that gives you very convenient access in and out of Houston, which has absolutely changed the dynamic of this entire area, which is why we're seeing so many new families move here. But these homes are something special, and what's really special about them are the prices. We're gonna show you after every single home that we go in exactly what these homes would cost to build and give you all of your options so that ultimately you can see if any of these are perfect fit for you and your family. So let's go check out our first house. This is Sitterle Homes 80-foot model, and if this one's a little bit too expensive for you, we're actually gonna be showing you their 60-foot product here in a second, which is actually completely different, but this is one of the big boys. But what I love is the layout. They do things completely different. And before we go in and really show you this home, I wanna give you an example. Right whenever I walked in the front door of this home, I saw this little door over here, and I'm curious if you can guess what's behind this door, because at first I thought maybe it was a coat closet located really close to the front door, but it actually connects through to the garage. And it's not the only entrance. We'll circle back here in a minute, but I actually really like that you have the ability to come through the garage, but still kind of enter up here at the front of the home and get this full experience. So right whenever you come in, they've got a mirror over here to kind of open up this hallway, but you've got your home office. And Sitterle is known as a custom builder. They've actually been in business for 60 years. They're a family owned and operated company, and they do pretty custom work. But here in this neighborhood, this is a semi-custom build. So you get to pick everything out, but they've got some preset floor plans, and this is one of them. And I love what they did in here. It's nice and open. You've got really tall 10-foot ceilings, and then they did the beams and they actually matched them up with the shelves. And I love all of the details. Now they've got the real wood floors. I love that lighter oak. And then as you follow me down into the hallway, we're gonna circle back. That's one of the bedrooms. As I mentioned, this is a one-story, but look at how nice and open this is. When you're thinking through what you want in a home, if you do want a one-story, you don't wanna have to go up and down the stairs. One-story floor plans can be hit or miss, and I'll tell you what, I absolutely love all the floor plans I've seen that Sitterle does because they're all very unique and very different. So let's start here in the living room. The first thing I notice is, yes, it's nice and open, but you've got the sliders. They kind of take your gaze out into the backyard. We'll get to the patio here in a minute, but you kind of have these dual fireplaces. You've got the real gas fireplace, and then just outside, you've got another real gas fireplace, TVs mounted. And I like that they don't have a mantle here because it actually allows them to bring the TV down a little bit lower, and that way you're not getting a crick in your neck looking up. Now, as you look back this way, this is how my house is set up. I actually really like the informal dining room, how it's kind of in between the living room and the kitchen. And you'll notice they've got these bigger beams, but they match the floors, and they also match those beams that we saw over in that front office. And so as we work our way through this kind of main living area, you've got the informal dining room, but I want you to turn this way. You actually have your media room, your game room, your playroom located directly off of the living area. And I love it. I really love this. It's nice to have a secondary living space here on the first floor. Whether you've got kids or you're a retiree, it's nice to have that secondary area to be able to escape. You can close up those doors. There's no windows. You've got surround sound. And this is a true movie room, a true theater room, media room, whatever you want to call it. That's what this is. Now it could be used as a second office, but I think it's designed to be a media room. Now this is really cool. Check this out. They've got this really nice glass casing over here, and then this is gonna connect over into your mini bar. Now, if you got little kids, you can put a lock on it, but it definitely gives you a statement piece here from the living room. If you like to host, you like to drink a lot, or even if you don't, you just want something to look cool, you've got that. Now they've got drawers, cabinets, everything, but you could easily turn this into a full mini bar. They could plumb it with a sink. You could do a wine cooler or refrigerator, but I definitely think it makes a statement here from the living room. You could also turn it into a full wine room, which I don't want to, spoiler alert, stick around until we show you their 60-foot product, because they've got something that I actually think is even cooler than that in that house. So informal dining room here. They've got an 8-seater table. You could probably put a table that extends with the leaf all the way up to 10. So plenty of room for hosting. This home by no means is a small home. It's on one of those big 80-foot lots, and you really get to feel the width of the 80-foot lot in this floor plan. Now over here in the kitchen, I like what they did with the color scheme. I really still like the black, white, modern theme, and they took these cabinets and went way up. You've got the lighting up there with kind of the showcase cabinetry, built-in 5-burner cooktop, and then instead of having the oven under it over here, it's in a different location, which I like. It's kind of separate. That way you can be, doing a little bit more in the kitchen all at one time, not everybody crammed into one area. So deep quartz, I guess full-size farmhouse sink with no divider. It's not white, it's not black, somewhere in the middle. Little coffee bar setup, and then you got your double ovens, and then your microwave up high, just like I like it. And then plenty of storage in here. This is actually unique. I didn't expect this, but I'm guessing, and let me know in the comments if you know what this is, but I'm guessing this is actually to store your baking pans, which is really cool. I haven't seen that before. So let me know in the comments if you've seen that. I have not ever seen that before. Now, I wanna get you into this master bedroom because it is a really good size. And what I love about this floor plan is everybody has their own wing of the house, and it all branches off of that main living area. So as you can see, this master bedroom is quite spacious. I mean, these are full size, I would say like, accent chairs, taking up a good amount of space, and there's still plenty of room in here. Take a look up at the ceiling. I didn't point this out when we walked in, but they actually have like a nice, luxurious wallpaper to give some dimension and texture on the ceilings, and they did that in the entryway as well. So you've got the black windows, kind of framing everything out nicely. Get a lot of light in. Look at that window. That one doesn't open up, and so it really is this huge piece of glass. Now their bathrooms here, they're pretty sweet. Sitterle does a great job with their fit and finishes of their homes. They've got kind of these elevated vanities, which it looks like they've got lighting under one of them. Maybe we're just, there we go, now we're talking. Had to get that on for you. So you even have a medicine cabinet right over here, which I love. But yeah, I really like the color schemes that they're doing. And guys, I have not seen a tub like this. Now, I'm not a tub guy, I'm a shower guy. But for all you tub guys or gals, I'll leave it up to both of you. This is pretty sweet. This thing looks like a big domino, but I mean, this thing looks classy. If I've ever seen what I would say a cool looking bathtub is, this is it. And then you got a great shower, got a nice little seat you can sit on, think about your day. I love to do that, as we all know. A nice little seat. Not one, but 2 closets. Check this closet out. Fully built out. This is a great example of what they can do. They can do fully custom closets. You got your dressers built in here, hang up your suits. And look, they've got a his and a hers. This is probably a his because this one over here is even larger. And I'm gonna say that this is probably the hers. But either way, 2 good sized closets, fully built out. I really appreciate that. A lot of their floor plans are gonna give you a big variety of different options. And so if you need a bigger closet, you can build that. Now, one thing that I was talking to the sales guy out here about is just how flexible can they get? Because normally they're a fully custom builder. And a lot of times in these master plan communities, they're really just not that flexible with you. It's kind of a take it or leave it. But in these 80-foot products, there's not a lot of wiggle room with what they can do with the exterior of the homes, but there's a lot of wiggle room with what they can do on the interiors. And so if you come look over here, you can actually see they've got a bunch of different floor plans that you can choose from. But on the interior, let's just say you didn't really need a bar here. Well, you'd be able to reconfigure that and make that media room even larger. And so you've got a little bit of play with their floor plans. So you'd start with one of their floor plans, but if something doesn't work for you, or you just want one big closet, that's not an issue. Whenever you meet with them, once you're under contract, they can go ahead and redraw those plans and build a home that meets your needs a little bit better. Now we did skip the pantry. Come on now, pop on in there. That is probably not what you were expecting, not what I was expecting either. That's a really good size. Obviously they've got it set up to show off homes, but the fact that they carried those black cabinets in there and gave you even more storage, I really, really like that. Now, this is what I was talking about. Everybody gets their own wing of the house. We're right back here off of the living room. As you can see, this is where everybody's gonna be hanging out, but then everybody can kind of go down their own hallway and has their own spot. Now, what I really thought was cool is that they've got this laundry room and it connects through to the garage, but that's that same garage that connects through over to the front of the house. So if you follow me, plenty of room for full-size washer and dryer. You've got a folding counter, sink, hanging space, store your, laundry detergent or dangerous chemicals up here so the kids can't get them. Check out the ceilings in here, guys. You have absolutely massive 12-foot ceilings. I believe this is actually an 8-foot garage door instead of a 7-foot. So if you're in Texas, you obviously have to buy a lifted truck. Everybody's got one, you gotta do it. You also have 8-foot doors. So in these 1-stories, it definitely helps kind of open it up with these 10-foot ceilings. This is gonna be one of your full bathrooms. You got a shower in here, and that's gonna be dedicated to this bedroom. So pretty decent size. You've got a queen bed in here. And then I would say the closets are adequate. It's a walk-in closet, so it's decent size. Not massive, but it's everything that you would need for a guest room, which I would probably say this is gonna be one of the guest rooms. And then this is really neat because it connects through to your 3-car golf cart garage. This is a golf cart friendly neighborhood. You could also store, a full-size car in here too, by the way. So it has a 3-car garage, they're just not connected. You've got the 2-car, the 3-car, water heater here, and then check this out really quick. I do wanna show you, this is fully spray foamed up in there. So when you're talking energy efficiency, when you're getting these larger custom homes, you want them to be energy efficient, and you're gonna get that with this spray foam insulation. And who doesn't love a nice built-in? Right when you come in, dump all the kids' stuff, put it here, hang up your coats, and come right back into the house. And you've got both ways. You can enter through that way, or you can enter through the front door. Now, I love sliders. I know you've probably seen that at this point if you watch any of our other videos, but there is just something special about being able to really open the house up in the few months that we get spectacular weather. It's actually June right now, and it's not too bad out. It's a little overcast, so it's helping out. This is a huge, huge patio. You've got massive ceilings. These look to be 11 feet. They're even taller. And then you've got these huge fans, pretty good, dedicated seating area here with a dining area. Now these sliders you can tell are an upgrade because these are just the doors that would come standard on the home. And you have the option to upgrade to these sliders, or you could just leave it as windows. But I like that they went with the stucco. It looks good. And then you got your outdoor kitchen here, got your gas grill, little mini fridge, your sink. Now, as far as the lots go, the lot sizes, they are gonna be wide. Now, not all of the lots are gonna be exceptionally deep. You've got a variety of different lot sizes out here. They're all gonna be 80 feet wide, but some are varying depths. So if you don't want a ton of maintenance, but you still want a nice ranch style 1-story home, you can get a smaller lot like this one, or you can select, to pay a little bit of a lot premium and get one of their larger 80-foot lots. And then I do love the fact that they've got a gas fireplace out here. That would be a great place to mount the TV too though. So if you wanted to get rid of the mantle, you could do that. Now follow me, we're gonna go check out this bedroom. Now this is the 3rd bedroom. We had the master over there, and then down the garage hallway we had another bedroom. And as you can tell, we're on the complete opposite side of the house. Everything is kind of branching off that main living area, but you've got 2 bedrooms on this side of the house. And so we kind of skipped one when we walked in. We're gonna connect to that through this Jack and Jill bathroom. But come inside, take a good look, because what you'll notice is that these are decent sized rooms. Now this is a 4-bedroom home. Plus you've got that media room, and all in this house, actually I'm gonna make you guess. Guess down in the comments below what you think the square footage is, and I'll tell you here in just a second, but it's pretty good size. That is a full-size bed, not a queen, but you got plenty of room for a desk over here. And I was impressed to see that they didn't kind of skip out on the closet sizes. Pop in there, you'll see you got the little built-in shoe racks. And so they're not cutting any corners when it comes to storage, which is important in these family homes. Now, this connects through nicely. Each of these bathrooms is going to have its own vanity, and then it's gonna share the little shower area. But one little pro tip, you've got the option when building these homes to go full-size counter height or kid height. I recommend going the full size long-term. I think you'll just like it better. But when you custom build, you get to choose. So coming through here, you've got the shower area, and then you actually have an even larger closet there, which is gonna be tough to show. Check out the amount of closet space that you get. And then this bedroom actually feels even larger. So once again, these ceiling heights are really helping out. In fact, these aren't 10 feet, these are 11 feet in here. So it really, really opens them up. And then this is gonna connect through over to the front hallway. And we are right back up here at the front of the home. You've got your ability to go to the main living area, and then you've got the office back right up here. Now, you're probably wondering exactly what that costs. Well, they've got homes starting around 3,000 square feet, and they're gonna go all the way up to just under 4,000 square feet. And you can build this exact home for $800,000 to $850,000, depending on what you put inside. In fact, the base price is only $700,000. And so if you really love this floor plan, but really want to keep it in those mid 700s, you don't have to go crazy. You don't have to build out that nice kind of bar area. You could tone it back a bit, or you could go crazy. You could throw a bunch of money at it and completely deck it out and be around the $850,000 mark. But to get custom homes, 3,000 to 4,000 square feet on these big 80-foot lots, I would say when you compare it to a lot of the other areas here in Houston, it's an absolute steal. Now, this home is gorgeous. This is Drees Custom Homes. We've shown you a lot of their homes here on our channel, and it's got something completely different to offer, but it is also a massive one-story home. But what's really cool about it is the fact that the layout is just completely different. Whenever you come and walk a Sitterle home and you walk a Drees, you're gonna immediately gravitate towards one or the other. Now, follow me inside, we're gonna go take a look, but before we do, if you don't already know, my name's Kyler Ferris, and we get calls, texts, and emails every single day from people just like you that are looking to move to Houston. And so if that is you, don't be shy. We know these builders, we hang out with them, we sell homes with them all the time. So just give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us a quick email. That way we can actually help you make a smooth move right here to Houston, Texas. One of my favorite things about this home is as you're walking up, you actually notice that they have an amazing front porch. And I live in a master plan community, and here in just a sec, we're gonna tell you all about this neighborhood and what it has to offer. But one of my favorite things is actually hanging out with my kids out on that front patio, because that's where all the action's happening. Listen, to be honest, you moved to Magnolia historically for more space. And so if you're gonna give up being on an acre to be in a master plan community, it's because you want that community, and you actually don't find that in your backyard, you find it out on your front yard. And so having a covered patio where you can hang out and get shade cover when the kids are out playing in this heat that we have here in the summer is absolutely vital. So I love it. Now, right whenever you come in this Drees, it opens up nicely. It's not one of those tight little hallways, because it opens up to this kind of exposed office area. Now, this could also be a formal sitting area, but this is the only office space in the home, so I absolutely would use this as an office. Now, when you build with Drees, similar to Sitterle next door, they're gonna be very customizable. So they can move stuff around, they can move walls, put doors in different places. And so I would certainly close this completely in and make this a home office, but this is a really good size home office. I mean, this isn't a tiny little box up at the front of the house. This takes up a good amount of space, and I love that they did these floating shelves in here. And this is all stuff that you can actually have done with Drees. You don't have to wait until after closing. They can get pretty custom. They're called Drees Custom Homes for a reason. They even have a build on your lot program, and so they're gonna be able to do a lot when it comes to your build so that you can move in and everything's completely done. I like that they did the trim work up in the ceilings to kind of match the flooring. You've got real wood in this home as well. Uh-oh, we might have a problem. I just got tricked. This rarely happens. This only happens in really nice, luxurious homes. I actually can't tell if this is real wood or if it's a true luxury vinyl plank. This isn't some cheap laminate. I'm actually gonna have to ask, and this never happens. So I'm embarrassed, but I don't wanna lie. I don't know what that is. That's how good it is. So it's either real wood or it's a really nice high-end luxury vinyl plank, but they make some luxury floors these days that are water resistant, dog resistant, and you just really can't tell. And at the end of the day, who cares as long as it looks good, right? So coming in here, I got distracted with the floors, but look at how nice and open this is. This definitely has that wow factor. And I just love all of the countertop space that you have that's actually in here in the living room, because if you host a bunch, what better place to put out a spread and have everybody over to hang out? That way you don't have to completely crowd just the island. So anyways, this is super cool. You got your mini fridge in here. I love the cabinets. They've got the real wood. A lot of the builders are bringing these back. And then check out the ceilings. You got cathedral ceilings. And one thing that's super neat, and we'll get to it in a sec, but the cathedral ceiling continues out onto the patio. I love that. I love when all the geometry kind of adds up. So you got your formal living area here. And then this kitchen is huge. I mean, this island is huge. You got the waterfall edge. So when they take the countertops over the sides, I really like it. And guys, the ceiling height's huge. So not only from that cathedral ceiling are they tall, but these are 12-foot ceilings in the kitchen area. So that ceiling plate height is huge, it's massive, and you can really feel it. Check out how high up these cabinets go. They go even further than next door. They couldn't even reach the ceiling. That's how tall the ceilings are. And that you would think that they would. Now, before we check out the rest of the kitchen, one thing that Drees is known for is having these little butler pantry areas. And so it's like a staging area where you don't have to clutter up the kitchen. You got more counter space. Now, you do have the microwave down low. I'm opinionated on it. Let me know in the comments below. Do you like this? or like I have a 1-year-old right now and this just seems like a bad idea. This just seems like a bad idea. He'd be putting stuff in that, toys in it, hitting buttons. Now this is really cool. What do you think this is? I've seen a lot of appliances in a lot of houses. This is actually just a fridge. It could have been an ice maker though. And what's really cool about these cooling drawers is you can set them to different temperatures. So I'm pretty sure you can actually set them to be freezers too. So you got a little bit of flex fridge space, nice little coffee bar area. But come on in here. I love this pantry. It's built out, and get this, you even have a separate trash can in the pantry. And then if you come through here, this is typically gonna be the 3-car garage. Now, we're not gonna go in here. This is set up as their sales office, but normally you'd have a door here and a big old 8-foot door, and that would be the sales office. But I want you to look up really quick. So as you can see, they actually have a thermometer in the attic. And that thermometer right now is reading 75 degrees. And I can pull up my phone app right now. Let me tell you exactly how hot it is outside. I can already tell you it's too hot, but let's see exactly what it says. I conveniently don't have phone service. I'm gonna guess it's probably like 92 degrees outside. We'll fact check that and throw it up. But anyways, the fact that it's spray foam insulated, you need it in these hot summer days. You need good insulation. It doesn't have to be spray foam, but spray foam's certainly the best. And check this out. Right when you come in from the garage, it loops around. You've got an extra full-size fridge in here. And I'm kind of cheating. We got to get back to the kitchen, but you've got your washer and dryer, plenty of cabinet space. And so we'll actually circle back to this here in a second because there's another cut through over here. But I want to show you guys the rest of this kitchen, because that's probably where you're gonna be spending a lot of your time, is in this main area of the house. You've got your 5-burner cooktop. I love that they wrapped the vent hood here. And as opposed to next door, you actually have like a nice ceramic or porcelain farmhouse sink instead of the quartz. I love these drawers. I've got them in my home. I actually have Kentmore cabinets. I like them, they're very nice. And then you got your second trash can over here. And recycling, yes, we do recycle in Texas, contrary to some people's beliefs, we do recycle here. And then you've got your dining room, and this is kind of optimal. I like the informal dining room next door, but if you're gonna have a formal dining room, I don't like it when it's way up at the front of the house. I want it to be very livable, so it's very easy to get food from the kitchen to this dining area. So I think it's really nice. You've got the door that way, but what's the point of a slider if you don't use them? We're gonna open this thing all the way up because I really want you to see just how nice it is to be able to carry this cathedral ceiling. Keith, show them the cathedral ceiling. So it flips around and it just runs all the way out here. They carried that beam through. You've got the outdoor kitchen, super cool. I don't think you really need this seating area. This feels a little cluttered. I like that they did a formal dining out here. That is a wasp. And then you even have more. You got the rocking chairs, so plenty of space. You got the white painted brick here, tall ceilings, and that is a huge fan. You got the built-in speakers. So what a good place to come out here, grill out. And I like it too because the actual patio dimensions, they don't stick way off into the yard. And so depending on the lot size, it's gonna be very easy to get a pool in with the way that this patio is set up. And it's a lot of shade cover, a whole lot of shade cover. So I'm gonna close these back up and then you can just meet me right over here. All right, now there's one thing that I really wanna show you, and it's right that way. But before we do that, I actually wanted to sit down with you and I wanted to tell you a little bit about the neighborhood that we are in, because this is a special place. Magnolia, as I mentioned, historically is where people have come out to get away from town, right? It's where they came out for more space. You've got a lot of acreage communities out here, equestrian communities, and it really is a slightly slower pace of life. But one of the cons of that is that you used to have to drive quite a ways to get to your closest grocery store and all of those other convenient amenities. And the other thing was, there wasn't a freeway. It was very difficult if you wanted to commute into Houston to live in Magnolia. You had quite a commute. But that all changed just a few years ago when they opened up the toll road right on Highway 249, and it actually connects Magnolia, shoots you straight through Tomball into Houston, making Magnolia a place that is ripe for growth, and that's exactly what we're seeing here. We are in Audubon today, and Audubon's one of the few master plan communities that's already pretty far along. They've got plenty of master plan communities in the works for the Magnolia area, and we're gonna keep you up to date on all of those, so stay tuned. But Audubon is hands down the most robust master plan community so far. You've got the other luxury acreage communities that we've shown you, like High Meadow Estates, but this one has all of the amenities being built right here in the neighborhood. They're about a year out from their pool being completed, but we've actually shown this developer's other neighborhoods before, and let's just throw up some of their B-roll and show you what you can expect. This is in Harper's Preserve. This is their pool. This is their amenity center. And the developer of Harper's Preserve is the same developer that's building out Audubon. You've got tons of different housing options out here, starting really right around $300,000 and then working your way all the way up to the products that we're inside of right now. But really, Magnolia, right up at the front of this community, is exploding because this community touches 249, the tollway, and 1488, which is the major road here in Magnolia. So you're just a few minutes away from brand new grocery stores, brand new restaurants, and brand new shopping centers. Not to mention, Magnolia schools are fantastic. And so when you do live in Audubon, your kids are gonna get a great education here in Magnolia ISD. And you're not even gonna have to leave the neighborhood because they're currently under construction on a school that's located right here in the community. So depending on whether or not your kids are younger or older, those younger kiddos are actually gonna get to walk or ride their bikes to school right here in Audubon. So I'm really excited to see how the rest of this neighborhood takes shape, but it definitely is a great option if you're looking to be out in this fast-growing Magnolia area, but you do still want that nice, tight sense of community here in a master plan community. Now, follow me in here. This is hands down my favorite part of this entire house. And I think when you have a one story, as I mentioned in the other home, you want those secondary living spaces. Well, this home gives it to you. Not only do you have this really cool play game room, it's a good flex space that fits this full-size ping pong table, which we couldn't find the paddles this time, or I would smoke Keith. But it fits this table. They also have the media room over here. And this media room is really, really tasteful. They got dogs. Who doesn't love dogs? You got your bar area. They brought in some cool furniture to set it up and stage it. But this would be your media room. I don't think it's quite big enough for a golf simulator, but maybe you could cram it in here. Have Drees move the walls a little bit. But this is a great size. This kind of gives you a little bit more than what we saw next door in terms of that downstairs entertainment space. And what I really like is it's completely separated from the rest of the home. So it's very much its own space. You've got the backyard right out of those windows. And then if you follow me over here, you've got one of the 4 bedrooms that are all located here on this first floor because it's a one story. You've got your linen closet here, and this is a full ensuite. So right over here, it's got its own bathroom, plenty of space. So this can very much function as its own unit, and then really good sized walk-in closets, which I think is nice. You really want to be able to have, plenty of storage in these one-story homes. This is going to be the half bath for downstairs, so it's kind of tucked away. It's not right up at the front of the home. And then this is actually that laundry room that we were showing you earlier that we were cheating on before showing you the kitchen. So it fully connects through, easy to get the laundry from all the bedrooms in here, and it connects through over to the garage. So if you do come in, dirty, sweaty, gross from the gym, just throw your clothes in here and you don't have to track through the home. Now this is another ensuite bedroom. This one's even larger, so pretty good size. And then you've got the full-size bathroom and then your closet located in there. This is a queen bed, and there's plenty of space in here. Just for reference, tons of room, and then you still have the 10-foot ceilings. Closet size is absolutely great for what you would want in a guest room or another kid's room. Now, we still have to show you the master bedroom. And one thing that Drees does that a lot of builders don't do that I appreciate is they actually put the bathrooms in their masters before you get to the bedroom, which is really cool because what it actually does, I'll show you here in a second, is it gives you more of a box in the room. It actually gives you a full extra wall that you wouldn't have if you had to loop through. And it's also better if you're waking up early in the mornings and don't want to wake your spouse up. You got the bathroom right here, but this is like a spa. You've got a vanity over here. You've got plenty of space in this area. You've got a second vanity here, and then you've got your freestanding tub and a massive walk-in shower. So if you like to soak, or you just like to rinse off, or you like to sit and think, you've got your spot here. And they took the tile all the way up to the ceiling. I like that it's not just in the shower. It actually acts as a backsplash for the entire bathroom. You've got the frosted glass windows, and then you also have the nice little pull-down drop shades. They took the mirrors up to the ceilings, which is rare. Let me show you something cool. They actually have the light fixtures in the mirrors. I just think that's super neat. We don't see that very often. And then check out this closet. This is plenty of space. I think I prefer this as opposed to next door. I don't really like having 2 separate closets. I just like when you have 2 separate sides, and this is ideal. You've got your mirror, work on all your flexes, make sure your gym time is actually paying off. And you got plenty of hanging space here. And they even have the 3rd row, and I'm gonna show these off. So, well, I don't wanna break them. There you go. So you just grab these guys, pull them down, you throw your clothes on. Just show it off, Keith. Whoop. Pretty slick, pretty slick. And then I I think I'm supposed to, I think we made a deal, Keith, that every closet that has clothes in it, I'm supposed to try something on, but I don't think that's gonna work. So we're gonna skip that today. Or I could at least go to the men's side. That might make more sense. So anyways, pretty good closet space. I like that they've got everything dedicated. Like I said, they can fully build these out for you custom. But really the most important thing is when you're in a closet, you can literally get 33% more space if you go up, which is nice. So really appreciate that about this. And we still have more to show you. Now we still have to head to the front of the house because when we came in, we intentionally skipped this bedroom. It just didn't make sense to show it off right away. So we're back at the front door. You've got your coat closet that's located at the front so that whenever you come in and out, you can just grab a coat. And you've got your fourth bedroom here. This is a full ensuite too. And take a look through there. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with the amount of space that you get between the closet space and the bathroom. This to me is ideal for a guest room because it's up at the front of the home. The other bedrooms I'd probably use for kiddos if you've got kids, otherwise do whatever you want with them. But I really love how this one story is laid out. It's bigger than next door. Next door was 3,150 square feet. This one, the base floor plan starts around 3,700 square feet. And I'm excited to tell you how much it costs because you can get this exact floor plan built for you with a base price starting at $730,000. Now, if you want to build it to the specs that you saw in here, you can expect to be closer to that $850,000, $900,000 price point. But the good thing about Drees is they actually have a wider range of square footage options on their 80-foot products than what we saw with Sitterle next door. So as I mentioned earlier, you're just gonna have to find which one's best for you. But if you wanted a smaller one story on an 80-foot product, you're actually gonna have base prices starting in the high 600s. Now you don't pay the base price, let me be very clear. With Drees, you're gonna spend anywhere from $80,000 in the design center all the way up to $200,000 depending on how custom of a home you want. But you can get a home starting around 3,000 square feet and you can go all the way well up into the mid 4,000 square feet with Drees because they also offer some really good two-story options. Now let's just say that either of these are out of the budget for you, but you like what you're seeing, you like the finishes of these homes, and you know you want to be in a master plan community here in Magnolia and you think Audubon's the right fit for you. Well, the good news is there are a ton of other builder options, but there's one other that I want to show you that I think you're gonna like. Now this is also a Sitterle product, but it's a 60-foot home site and it's actually different than the others. But before we get inside, I wanted to show you one thing that's super cool about Audubon is it actually has sidewalks in your front yard. And so you don't have to walk in the street. If you wanna walk right out down your driveway, push the kids in a stroller, you don't have to go into the street when you're walking around. And there's a little bit of elevation change out here, so you gotta kind of snake on the way up to this home. But if you don't know what a patio home is, let me explain. So it's called a zero lot line home. It's very unique, very different. Most homes here in this community will have a 5-foot build line on each side of the home. But what they did in this scenario is they actually slid the homes over where the edge of the home is actually on the property line. And so one side of your home is on the property line and then the other side has 10 feet. And we'll show you that when we get here to the backyard. Now, as you come on in, one thing that I think you'll notice right away is it's nice. You got tall ceilings, you've got that real wood floors. So it's got all of those same finishes that we saw over in their larger product. But I wanna have you guess the square footage of this home. As we walk through it, I think you're gonna be pleasantly surprised with just how nice and open this home is. So up here at the front, this would normally be closed off. This is gonna be your garage, and then we'll circle back over here to the front of the house, to the bedrooms, because I want you to come in. This is really unique. This is one feature we don't see in a ton of homes, especially in these 60-foot products. I'm not gonna lie, I actually thought it was a walk-in shower because of the tiling down here, but it's really unique, really cool, definitely a nice statement piece. This is your nice wine cellar located right here in the middle of the house. Plenty of room. Once again, with those kiddos, if you wanted to put a lock on it, you definitely could. But this is cool. I mean, this has definitely got the wow factor, and it's right here in the middle of the home. So you've got this informal dining area here, and you've got a courtyard too, which brings in a lot of natural light. So I kind of like that right when you walk in, you're kind of immediately in the heart of the house. You've got the cool statement piece, the wow factor. You've got the courtyard to look out at, and then they have these really nice, gorgeous sliders here too. One of the perks of having, they call them patio homes, is that you have a patio. And the reason it is this way is because this is the side of the house where you've got 10 feet until you get to that property line. Now, if this home were built in a row with a bunch of other houses, where that fence is would actually be the other house. So you'd have a home there, but what they typically do is they don't put any windows down that side of the home, and we'll show you on this other side of this house, and it gives you a lot of extra privacy. So come on in, I'm gonna get these closed up, and go check out the kitchen, because the kitchen in this home is just as nice as what we saw over in their 80-foot product. And I wouldn't even say it's that much smaller. It's just as nice in terms of the finishes. Just the actual product size is smaller and it's a little bit different, but the ceiling height in here is huge, more than 10. I wanna say these are 11 or 12-foot ceilings. So pretty good kitchen space. I like the cabinets, 5-burner cooktop, you got your nice vent hood, and then you also have the nice kind of showcase cabinets up top here. And we skipped the pantry, Keith. We skipped the pantry. Let's give the people what they want. Pretty good size. This one doesn't have the built-in cabinets, but I would say this is more than adequate, especially when you hear how big this house is. Got the quartz sink. I've got that sink in my house. I really like it. We get a lot of good use out of it. Doesn't scratch up. Stays looking really nice and clean. I like that they did the built-in fridge here. A lot of times in some homes in the mid-price points, which this one is, the fridges will just kind of be stuck off to the side of the kitchen. So anytime they can wrap it in cabinetry, I think it gives it a more elegant look. Same thing here. They fully wrapped all of the kitchen island instead of leaving it as exposed sheetrock with the white quartz. Now, this is a huge living room. This is actually really good size. Bigger than a lot of homes. Plenty of space, big sectional, and what I really like is this isn't a pass-through living room, meaning there's no bedroom to go to over here, no bedroom to go to over here, and you got windows and light on both sides, because not only do you have the courtyard patio, but you also have the back patio. And one thing that you'll notice is you've got the gas fireplace here, and similar to their 80-foot model, you've got another gas fireplace outside in the back. But coming out here, you've got your outdoor kitchen, and then you've got that gas fireplace with your dining table. But if you look up, they've got the wood slats that looks like a pine, and I really like it. Looks good. Recessed lighting, so really great place to host, and pretty good sized yard too. But this is really where I'm going to be able to explain to you what I mean by a patio home. So essentially, the way that it works is you're going to get your backyard and you're going to get your side yard. But if you flip around over here, you have no side yard on this side of the house. And so you get complete privacy. So quite literally the home is built on the property line. And so some people really prefer this. It actually kind of optimizes your yard. So to be on a 60-foot product, it kind of maximizes what you can do here in the outdoor space and gives you a little bit more privacy. As opposed to having neighbors looking at you on two different sides, you really only have to deal with one neighbor, which I personally really like. Now, as soon as you come into the master, I will say at first I was like, you know what? I mean, this is a decent sized master. It's okay, but I was expecting maybe something a little bit larger. But check this out. This thing is massive. It tricks you. Whenever you come in, you think it's gonna be dinky. Not at all. This is like having 2 rooms in one. Got a full seating area. You don't even need, if you got little kids, you don't even have to hang out with them out there. You've got your own little living room right in here. You can set up your TV area, lounge. This is great. I really like this. And this is not a large home. So to be able to have this space where you need it with the patio, the back patio, this little like living room in your master bedroom, I love it. And then, man, it doesn't get much better than this. First off, massive ceilings in this bathroom. Second off, we rarely see this. In fact, I don't think we've really shown this ever. They have skylights. Guys, bring back the skylights. Skylights are brilliant as long as they don't leak. Skylights are brilliant. But really love this bathroom. It's very nice. Huge vanity, goes all the way down. You got your makeup counter, but right over here, huge walk-in shower. I love it. I also love that they put the nozzles on this side so that you can get the water nice and hot without getting soaking wet. And then you've got a tub area. I also really appreciate that the tub doesn't stick out into the walkway. It's got its own space over here. And then this is what I'm talking about. Closet space. Thank the Lord. So many homes we've shown lately are just cutting corners and really tiny closets. And this is not the case here. So love it. Plenty of closet space in this house. Now this is a 3-bedroom home. This isn't some huge family home, but I think if you're looking to maybe downsize and you want to be kind of in the mix of a master plan community, but you still want the finishes of the first 2 homes without the price of the first 2 homes, I think you're gonna like the rest of this house. Now, coming back to the front of the house, when we showed off this cool wine closet, we actually didn't show you what's down this hallway. So this is gonna be your laundry for the house, and it's pretty good size. I like that it's completely built out. You've got your hanging space, full-size washer dryer would go here. This door's gonna hit you, and then cabinetry, but check it. You also have a nice laundry room sink, folding counter space, plenty of room for storage, nice backsplash, and then even behind this door, you actually have a closet so you can store some other additional linens. Now, we skipped the front of the house for a reason, because, you know, we wanted to show off the bells and whistles, but this is a 3-bedroom home, and so 2 of the bedrooms are gonna be located off of this hallway. Now, they have this one set up as an office at the moment, but this is a huge bedroom, plenty of space, so you wouldn't necessarily need to use this as an office. I would say this is a official 3-bedroom home, but you know, if you're just downsizing or you're retired and you're looking for a smaller footprint with some nice finishes, then you could definitely have 1-2 offices and call it a day. Now, this is going to be a full-size bathroom that is gonna be for this bedroom over here, because this isn't an ensuite. But if you follow, well, I'll follow you into here. This is your 3rd and final bedroom. And this thing's really large. This is a queen bed. You pop in there, you've got your full-size walk-in closets, windows bringing in the light from the front of the house, still have your 10-foot ceilings, and this doesn't feel small at all. Check this out. They taken the tile all the way up to the ceilings. I love that you even have a window in this bathroom here. Full height countertop with the single undermount sink, but you got plenty of counter space. This is a great home. There's a lot of nice bells and whistles in here, and I'm sure you're excited to hear exactly what this one costs. Now, these homes on these 60-foot lots are gonna range from about 2,100 square feet all the way up to their larger products, which are 2,800 square feet. But I did ask you to guess what you thought the square footage on this one was. I was close. I guessed 2,650 square feet. Keith actually beat me. He said 2,500, and it is exactly 2,500. It's 2,495. So this is a 3-bedroom, and it is that patio home style. Now, the cool part is their prices actually are gonna start in the low $500,000, and you can build this exact floor plan with a base price in the 500s, and you can deck it out and be around $650,000. Now, this model, I'm not gonna lie, it's got a lot of features in it. They pretty much put the most expensive finish for every single product, counters, cabinets, everything in it. So this one's a little bit of a freak. It will be up in the low $700,000 price points for a 2,500 square foot home, but it's fully decked out and you don't need to be anywhere near that budget-wise. So you can safely build in the 500,000s with this builder. Now, here's the cool part. Magnolia's exploding, and we're gonna tell you all about Magnolia. So if you wanna know more about it, be sure to check out this video because it is growing. And if you wanna know more about Audubon, this community that we're in right now and all their amazing amenities, check out this video. We'll show you the other builders. And as always, if you like any of these products or you're even thinking of moving to Houston, you know exactly what to do. Just give us a call, shoot us a text, send us a quick email. That way we can help you make a smooth move right here to Houston, Texas.